But the latest series that I'm in the middle of watching, I'm almost done watching it. I'm on like maybe the last two episodes. It's a Netflix original series. It's a limited series, so that means that there might be a season two. There might not be. It might just end here. But it's called Black Rabbits, and it stars Jude Law. It stars Jude Law, and it stars Jason Bateman. Right. So we know Jason Bateman from Ozark. We also know him from Arrested Development. We also know him from a bunch of different movies and films, whatever. So Jason Bateman is an amazing actor. And this story is very interesting, right? This show, Black Rabbits. I even like the symbolism and like I like the title because of what it means and stuff like that. Which I'm not gonna get into that because that's not neither here nor there. But this story basically though is about like two. This show is about two brothers who couldn't be like they appear to be the polar opposites of one another, right? They appear to be polar opposites. So you have one who is kind of like, well put together. He's the owner of this restaurant slash club, and he's always he's willing and dealing. He's doing a bunch of things. And then you got Jason Bateman, who is like the degenerate brother who has had opportunities to be successful with his brother Jude Law, but he's kind of squandered a lot of those opportunities, and he's a fuck up, and he's piece of shit, whatever, right? And basically Jason Bateman's character's the fuck up. He basically puts everybody in jeopardy, right? And he does something that gets the ball rolling, that's gonna make everybody's lives a little bit more difficult. So he puts everybody in danger, and he jeopardizes everybody's lives to a certain extent, right? And the problem is though, Jude Law, and he's actually he's the older. I think he's the younger brother. Jude Law's character, he he kind of enables Jason Bateman to be a fuck up, right? So that's what we learn, right? But then so it seems like they're polar opposites, and then you see like it seems like one character is just like helping the other character out immensely, but then we shortly find out as the story goes on is that no, this is a show about two piece of shit brothers, right? It ain't that Jason Bateman ain't the only piece of shit brother. Jude Law is also a piece of shit brother. Like he's a piece of shit. Both of them are degenerates. It's just that Jude Law knows how to present it in a clean way, right? He's able to. I don't want to say they both deceive people, but he's able to kind of keep up with appearances, as opposed to Jason Bateman character. Like he's lost the trust of everybody, and because people have seen his fuck ups over the years, like they don't give him the benefit of the doubt. The reason what makes Jude Law's character a piece of shit is the fact that he does enable him, and it's almost like like somebody says it in the show that he's addicted to his brother. But this show is lit, man. There's a lot of crime. They got a boss on this show, like a crime boss that's deaf, bro. And like this is a tough motherfucker, man. Like this dude, he can't speak, man. Like he's a deaf mute, basically. You don't hear him making no audible noises, but he giving all his orders. Let me stop playing with sound, but he giving all his orders in sign language, right? And it's just tough when it's like damn, bro, like you so tough that you like I ain't never see it like I never seen that. I never seen that level of like toughness from a deaf person. But think about like this guy has like an organization, so like you have tons of people that know how to communicate with you and like live in your world, and like you're the boss though, and like I mean, it don't matter that you can't talk, like you are who you are and you stand on business, whatever. So it's that there's a lot of deception, man. There's people, and also what makes Jude Law's character is a piece of shit because he enables his brother, but also he don't know how to let go, right? So even when the ship is sinking, right, he's the type of person that he will not let you off the ship. He will not tell you that, yo, you need to get on the emergency raft to save yourself. No, he the type of dude that's gonna pull you down with him, and he's gonna fake the funk until he can get in a semi decent position. He gonna fake it till he makes it, right? The other dude, Jason Bateman's character, he don't fake it. He is what he is. He's very smart. So people like kind of are willing to gamble on his intelligence, but a lot of times he don't got no follow through, and things always fuck up, whatever. But again, I'm on like the last two episodes. I I think it's a show that's definitely worth watching. That shit is fire. That show is fire. And hopefully you can see what I'm talking about when I talk about these two degenerate brothers. When I get done with the series, I'll get into more detail and I can kind of spoil it a little bit. But like this is more enticing for the people that wanted to see it, haven't seen it, and I feel like I didn't give nothing away, or whatever. I just kind of described some characters, but like yeah, this story is layered, man. And like even this, I'll give you this. We know that Jason Bateman's character is a piece of shit, right? But what we realize, we learn why he's a piece of shit. So this is a flashback scene. The spoiler alert. So what we learn is that like they seem to have an estranged relationship with their father. Their father gets mentioned, and like we don't see the father, whatever. Apparently, he passed away when he was younger. So there's a scene that we see, and basically it's when they're children, and the father is beating on their mother, right? He's abusing his mom, and apparently their dad is a degenerate gambler. Like he's lost, he can't pay no debts. His name is tarnished around the city, and he takes it out on his wife. Right? They have an argument that has to do with some of his degeneracy, some of his gambling, and he gets mad at her, and he's starting to take it out on her. Well, Jason Bateman's character is a young kid. He sees his parents arguing two flights down the stairs, right? And and as he's about to like finish his mom off, I don't know what he's about to do to his mom, but he's like, all right, you asked for it. Like he's probably gonna go in for the killing blow. And Jason Bateman's character drops a bowling ball on his head. And so Jude Law's character, when he's a kid, he's sleeping through all this. He doesn't even see it. The deaf guy that I'm talking about, he was a part of their lives for a long time, whatever. And he helped to basically dispose of the body. And Jason Bateman's character like knows of this, whatever. So it makes sense as to like why he is who he is. This man killed his own, like he killed his own dad. He's had to live with it, right? Like he's had to live with that guilt and shame and fear, right? But also he's had to keep this a secret from his brother his whole life. And if you add to the fact that their dad was already a degenerate, so like some of that type of like bad habits probably got passed down to them. But on top of that, he has this childhood, like this very detrimental childhood trauma that he's experienced. But then he's probably keeping the biggest secret that you could probably keep from somebody. He's keeping that secret to himself his whole life. And so it's like you wonder, no wonder he is the way he is. But I definitely recommend watching that show, man. Check it out. I've been watching the Steve Harvey show, which is funny. That's more of like a passive watching show. I want to watch the Ed Gein story, starring Charlie Hunnam, aka Jax Teller from Sons of Anarchy. Like this looks like a really good show. I have been watching the Dallas Cowboys documentary. I kind of took a break on that, but yeah, man, we're about to get into the fall season is underway. I know All American will come back. I'll probably talk a little bit about that. But yeah, this Black Rabbit show, I don't want to give too much away, but it is something that everybody should kind of check out. But it is on Netflix. But yeah, what do you think, man? What do you think about this week's episode? We definitely talked about football. We talked about ideologies, why different people with different ideologies can't talk to one another. We're talking political ideologies. We're talking about the military and the message that they kind of send and how it doesn't reflect what our country kind of currently looks like. talked about Black Rabbits, a lot about the NFL and surprise teams. What else? What else do we have this episode?